Hi guys, welcome to a new episode on the PCEP test. In this video, we'll be covering the first half or the third part of the PCEP test. The topics we'll be covering are the if, elif, and else conditional statements in the past instruction. Let's get started. So first, let's use the if function. Let's say I equals 1, and then we can use the if I equals 1, then we print. Let's print burger. Alright, so now when you run this, it will print burger. Alright, that's correct. But if it's 2, it'll print nothing because I does not equal 1. What if we want that if I equals not 1, then it'll print something else? So we can use the else conditional statement. So let's say, if I equals 1 print burger, then we can do else and then print I is not 1. Alright, when you run this, I is not 1 because it's 2, but when you put it back to 1, it'll say burger now, and it'll go through the program because I equals 1, so it doesn't need to use the else conditional statement. We can actually use multiple if statements. So let's say if I equals 2, then let's say just print 2, and then if I equals 3, then print 3. Alright, 1, 2, or 3. There you go. And then when we run this, it'll print out burger. And then it'll print out else because it's a continuation of this if. Alright, we'll know how to fix this later on. And then if you print 2, alright, I forgot to change it, 2, it'll print out 2 here. And then if it's 3, it'll print out just 3. And 4, I is not 1, 2, or nor 3. So you saw earlier that if you use 1 or 2, it'll also print out the else because it's matched with these ones, right? And also, when you run this type of conditional statements, it'll run it one by one. So it'll run by here, if I equals 1, it's not 1, so it'll just go back. And here, if I equals 2, it's 2, so it'll print out 2, right? And then it will go to here now 3. If I equals 3, then print 3. It's not, so it'll not print out. And then else it'll print out it is not 1, 2, or 3 because it's connected to this if conditional statement. So it might not seem like a big problem right now, but in the future when you have massive programs, going one by one is gonna take some time. So we can use elif statements. So if you put elif here, it's a continuation. So once the variable is right here, then it'll just stop the if and else and elif statements. So now it'll just print out 2. So once it's here, so if I equals 1, it's not correct. Once it goes here, I equals 2, it'll stop the conditional statement, so it won't do this anymore, and it'll just print out 2. Alright? And now we can also use the pass statement, but what it does is it just lets the program pass. Alright, so this print test, since it's equals 2, it'll just let it pass and will not print anything, and then it'll print test here. That's it. So that's the first half of the third part of the PCEP test. Hope you enjoyed this video and stay curious.